Alright, how's it going? Today we're doing Prophecy Solar Flawless during Season of the Deep. We're using a Warlock, Art Warlock to be specific, along with a Getaway Artist Exotic Armor, which will allow us to become amplified and stay amplified for just about the entire time. We're using the Riptide Fusion Rifle with Chill Clip, Forbearance Grenade Launcher with Ambitious Assassin and Chain Reaction, and Leviathan's Breath for damage. So we're going to start by going towards the right, popping our Arc Soul, and then just taking out these two knights here. If you don't know the mechanics, you'll want to pick up motes from fallen knights and dunk them in certain areas. There are two types of motes. There are light and dark, depending on if you're standing in the light or in the dark when you kill them. That will change what motes drop. So as you can see now, I'm in the light, and light motes are dropping. So you need to pick up 5. Each knight drops 3, so you need to kill 2 of them, and you have 1 extra. You dunk the motes where you see those sorts of things. It's pretty obvious, so yeah. We're then gonna continue through the storm and stand here, put a rift here, and deal with some thrall for a second. We're then gonna use Leviathan's Breath to take out these 2 knights, so they drop dark motes. It should be noted that sometimes the motes can clip through the wall, and that can be a bit annoying. But fortunately, you're allowed to lose 1. So now we're going to do the same thing, except be in the light this time. Gonna get the 5 and go to the thing. Now we're going to Sparrow through and go up these rocks following the Keller Echo. Just gonna do a bit of climbing. Now this has been glitched for quite a while, but basically the Keller Echo just he'll be back, but you know, he shouldn't be. Anyway, so now we're going to incorporate this mechanic into a boss fight. See, there he is. But we're not killing him, we're killing the phalanx. We're going to stand here, we're going to ambush this knight with the Arc Soul. And start clearing some stuff out. We want to get dark motes first, because they're just the easiest to get in this configuration of shadows. Then I'm going to jump up around and up the bag. We're going to try to get the double dunk here. Essentially what a double dunk is what it sounds like. You get both things at once. You do that by being in the center of the sort of configuration, and as you fall down you'll be able to get both things at once. However, this is a bit tricky, especially on Warlock, to line up where you are. So I try it, and I fail twice, unfortunately. Should say that you don't want to end on a double dunk, because it will spawn an extra set of scions when the damage phase starts, and that can just get a bit annoying. So I'm using my Sentient Arc Soul as much as possible, not only for extra damage, but also so I become amplified. Amplified in this season is very powerful, because it comes with a lot of benefits. For example, the Shock and Awe, Electric Armor, and amped up artifact mods make this so much easier, because you can jolt all your own enemies, and you can survive more, and so on, and it's just very helpful. So once we've done the fourth one, we want to get up to here. We're going to put our rift down and just start using Leviathan's Breath. Fun thing about being amplified as well is that it greatly increases your reload speed, which helps out with Leviathan's Breath DPS quite significantly because obviously you're reloading after every shot. Now once the goblins spawn, you want to get rid of those, and then I'm going to just use my super now because I'm amplified. And then just continue to get Leviathan's Breath shots off. Throw a grenade for the extra jolt, which does help out in DPS quite a bit. And closely get the one phase. So yeah, that's pretty fun. Now onto the next section, we're going to sink down. Well, not really. So, now we're on to the Wasteland. All you gotta do is find 3 blighted areas and kill the 3 blights at each area. Pretty simple when you have a fusion rifle and Leviathan's Breath. So either 3 rapid fire fusion shots or 2 Leviathan's Breath shots. So to start off with, I'm just gonna use some fusion rifle. Be sure to say hi to Toland as well. He'll show you where to go next. Now we're just going to take out these blights as before. You can use Leviathan's Breath now. As you can see, took out almost the entire blight in one shot. But you need a little bit extra. Not that. Now we're just going to look for the third one. There it is. I'm going to take it out with Leviathan's Breath as well as some chain reaction explosions. And now we can continue to the next section. Now we're going to go through here. We're going to get kicked off our Sparrow, but we can just get straight back on. And now we're into the Hexahedron. So, for this, you just have to follow the turban ball, and he'll tell you where to dunk your motes. You get your motes quite simply by killing hobgoblins, which will spawn knights, which will spawn the motes. Once you killed your 2 hobgoblins, then the knights will be up. You can take them out. Remember to be in the light or dark, depending on where you need to be. I needed dark, and I thought I was in the darkness, but this game hates me apparently. So I'm just gonna have to kill some more hobgoblins, and then kill some more knights. Just using the Arc Soul there. Arc Soul is actually pretty powerful. I mean, it doesn't do too much, but it's a nice little bump. So now we've done that, we just want to go into the center. And go to the next part. Now we just got to do the same thing here. The hobgoblins, since I killed 2 extra, will be spawning in different positions to where they usually do. So they might be different for you if you do this. But we're just going to easily take everything out with the Leviathan's Breath. Nice and quick. And then dunk the moats and continue on. Now we have dark, which is alright in this section, there's a lot of darkness. But we're going to take out the acolytes first, as we always should. Then the hobgoblins, and make sure we're actually in the darkness. And we want to watch out for that knight there, because since he's right next to the pit, Leviathan's Breath causes an explosion, it might very well knock all the moats into the pit, which you will die trying to chase the moats for. Now we've got light. I'm just going to use this little area for cover. Just going to use the Arc Soul to take them out. Two bursts from the Sentient Arc Soul will kill our Hobgoblin, which is very nice. And now for the penultimate room, which fortunately is dark, and we have dark notes to collect. So now we're just gonna deposit those and we'll go to the final room. In this final room, we'll be faced with two boss centurions. They do not have much health though, and they can be taken out in 2 Leviathan's Breath shots, very simply. And then we're done. So let's continue on now. Since we're amplified, we'll be able to run fast enough to avoid the doors if we get on our Sparrow when the load zone changes. For some reason that only works if you're amplified. And we're gonna follow the Cal Echo over here to the Dead Sea. Now, this section's pretty simple. All you gotta do is get to the end without dying. I know that sounds easier said than done, but really just have a nice casual stroll on your Sparrow. You know, there's no rush. But do remember to use your handbrake and side boosts. They are extremely useful for just Sparrow driving in general. I'm just getting off here because my Sparrow's almost destroyed. We're gonna bounce down to the right onto this platform. And then we're going to sort of hit this platform in the middle and make it through that way. Almost fall off there. Now we're coming up onto the Taken Rifts. These are not too fearsome. As you can see, there is a very slim chance that you'll actually be hit by one if you're just going straight through it. And even if you are, they don't do much at all. So don't be scared of them at all. Now we're just going to drive straight off the edge at full speed. This will get us into the tractor beam here. Stick the landing and just go for it. You can avoid these thralls pretty simply. And onto the final boss. This is basically the same as before. All you have to do is extinguish 3 sort of whatever they are. You'll be faced with 3 groups of scions and 2 knights in each room. You just take out the knights to grab the modes and deposit them. Once you dunk the modes, you'll be faced with a Taken Ogre, like this guy. Just take him out like that, and go on to the next set of knights. The knights will respawn as soon as both of them are dead. However, the scions spawn on a timer. See, these are the scions now. And the knights will follow shortly. Knights will despawn once you've dunked everything. Anyway, so all we have to do is just touch the triangle, we don't have to properly sync. And then we're on to the damage phase. Now I'm going to start off with the Chaos Reach, because I have Thunderous Retort on my artifact, which gives me an extra boost because I'm amplified. And now I want to stay amplified because I get the reload speed boost from my Leviathan's Breath. which will increase the damage. Oh, sorry, DPS. We then want to take out the hobgoblins. Use forbearance for this, you can use the Arc Soul. You then want to be hit by the Darkness Blast from the Caleco. Although it doesn't damage you, it will send you to the beginning of the encounter. So you'll lose out on a lot of damage time, because you'll have to be trying to get back. We're going to go for the 2-phase, especially because I run out of heavy, and also it's extremely difficult to get a 1-phase, and it's impossible with this loadout. So I'm just going to finish off with some fusion damage, some grenades for some extra jolt, which is always nice. And just using everything I can to damage him until he's gone. Now we're going to sink again, but not really. And we're into the next room. This is one of 4 rooms. The start's always the same, but the next one is random. This is the observatory room. We're going to be using a lot of special ammo so we can get some heavy ammo back, because with double special, if you didn't know, the amount of heavy drops you get are significantly increased. It is a bit annoying here trying to get darkness, but thanks to being on a Warlock, you have the Rift, which will mean you can just sort of camp in one area. Just going to use some heavy ammo so we can get some more special ammo. Now I accidentally got some light modes, but I want dark, so I'm just going to get rid of this knight and continue on to Duncan. Now that we've done that, I'm just gonna stay for a little bit to try to get some ammo, because the next wave of silence has just spawned, so I might as well. And we're going to start with Leviathan's Breath this time. I should have done that first time, because you want to use up all your armor charge stacks, obviously, and you want to actually utilize them instead of letting them decay. As you can see there, I got hit and sent back, but fortunately being amplified does give us a speed boost, which we can use to recover much faster. And finish off with some Chaos Reach. And we're done. So yeah, that was Prophecy Solar Force in Season of the Deep. Hope you all enjoyed, hope you found this helpful. If you did, a like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated. And I'd hope to see you again next time. Bye.
Answer is complete. Then we learn nothing.
I wouldn't say that. Clearly the Nine pass no judgment on dark or light. And they love passing judgment. Trust. That means in their eyes, the two are the same.
Zavala will disagree.